Bermuda went down by 62 runs in their second ICC Americas Regional 2020 match against Cayman Islands yesterday. Cayman Islands batted first and scored 165 for 5 in their allotted 20 overs, with Kamal Lavrock, Bermuda's most economical bowler, with figures of 4 overs, 1 for 14. In reply, Bermuda were bowled out for 103, falling 62 runs short of their target. Lavrock and Gennaro Tucker were the top scorers, both scoring 22. Tucker faced 19 balls, hitting 2 fours and a 6, while Lavrock faced 18 balls, hitting 3 fours.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the all-new Boundary at Fairmount, Southampton, the West End's only sports bar. Catch all the action and enjoy smoked to perfection barbecue, beer, and other pub favorites. It's game on at Boundary.
The Bermuda Squash Open continued with quarterfinal action in both men and ladies taking place at the Bermuda Squash Rackets Association Club last evening. Bermuda's 2 professionals bowed out of the tournament on the night of high-quality squash. Noah Brown went down to the tournament's number 1 seed, Angus Gilliams, from England in a 4-set battle, 11-7, 11-7, 5-11, 11-4. Michael Franklin went down to the number 2 seed, Nick Morales, also from England, in straight games, 11-2, 11-7, 14-12. The director of squash, Patrick Foster, summed up Brown and Franklin's performances this way.
Noah up first played our number 1 seed, Angus Gillams, and I mean, he really did take it to him. Like, for anyone who was lucky enough to be here in that crowd of screaming Bermudians putting their man on, it was impressive. I mean, he really jumped up and showed what he can do, and it was tight, you know. I mean, he won that. He was 2-love down, but it was tight. Took that 3rd set, and then it was nip and tuck in the 4th, and I really, at moments there, thought, my goodness, he's going to do this. He's going to come through. So, yeah, it bodes really well for the future, I think, for Noah, definitely. And then, obviously, following him on was young Micah Franklin, who had done really well. His first round match was tough. He beat the Nigerian number 1, and that was a really hard-fought battle. He managed to get off 3-love, which was very, very impressive. And of course, then he was up against another Englishman, our number 2 seed out of Murrells. And I guess it was a different type of battle. It was more measured. It was possibly a slower start for Micah than he would have wanted. But for the way it finished, the 3rd set going to a tie break and 14-12 was just at times breathtaking. I mean, the retrieval of both players, but in particular, Micah's speed and agility around the court was a new level. Really, I think that's our new bar now for Bermuda squash. These 2 boys are pushing it up and taking it up to the next level, which is great to see.
21 goals were scored as the Bermuda Bowl Hockey League season resumed at the PCC Hockey Rink. In the opener, the Vancouver Canucks defeated the Edmonton Oilers 5-1. The Vancouver Canucks would get 2 goals apiece off the sticks of Nathan Kalowski and Ross Ruffinage, while Christopher Jackson added the other. Adam Mattol would score the lone goal for the Edmonton Oilers. In the nightcap, the Toronto Maple Leafs defeated the Calgary Flames 10-5. The St. George's Cricket Club held their annual general meeting at the club with Neil Painter Jr. returning as president, while Michel Painter has returned as the club's vice president. Bermuda Basketball Association's Winter League, sponsored by One, saw yet another doubleheader take place inside the Summersfield Academy Gymnasium, where 256 points were scored last night. After a slow start, the Devonshire Chargers would defeat the Hamilton City Twisters 75-45. The Devonshire Chargers were led by Kevin Stevens, who scored 23 points. He had 3 rebounds and 6 assists, while Stevie Brown Darrow scored 14 points for the Hamilton City Twisters. He also added 2 rebounds and 3 steals. Game 2 saw the Paget Flyboys defeat the Warwick Rimrockers 71-65. Janai Butterfield Steed has signed for Brackley Town. Brackley Town are a football club in Northamptonshire in England. They are currently members of the National League North, which is the 6th tier of English football. Butterfield Steed tells us about the journey thus far.
The journey has been hard, trying to get here. It's been a long process. I've been at Ilkeston for the last 3 years, trying to push the first team, training the first team every week, but didn't really get a chance. And then I moved back home to Northampton, trying just playing for different teams, and then my personal trainer contacted me and said I can go for a trial over at Brackley. So I've just been training with them for the last week or 2, and then the gaffer came to me and said they'd like to sign me.
Mixed majors bowling league action inside the Warwick Lanes. It saw the Untouchables defeat the Warriors 13-7. Fight back and the Unpredictable drew 10-10. The Activators fell 12-8 to the Mix-Ups, while the Troublemakers went down 17-3 to Spare Change. Movers and Shakers went down 13-7 to the Minimax Forwarders.
Tonight's sports has been brought to you by the all-new Boundary at Fairmount Southampton, the West End's only sports bar. Catch all the action and enjoy smoked to perfection barbecue, beer, and other pub favorites. It's game on at Boundary.
I'm Earl Baisden with Bermuda Broadcasting Sports.